Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And we're underway from Philadelphia. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's first and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Great, set.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
63. Good.
They go to Barkley again. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
No touch that. Miami.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
No touch that.
Putting the tight end in motion. On first down, Hurts. Forced out to his right. The throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down throwing for Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Broncos will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap to Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Great, set.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So 2nd down coming up.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Brought in right side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And that'll be enough for the 1st as they touch him down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Kyle up, Yeti. No touch that. King, Phil King. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. He's looking for A.J. Brown there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
What a great fight from those blockers to keep buying him time in the pocket to find a throw. You wish that effort could have been rewarded with a completion.
Great, set. Kyle up, Yeti. No touch.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. He's on the move. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. It's another 1st half mistake. He's intercepted again. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
70, Timberwolf. 40, 17. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Ready.
Nix from the gun. That pass caught by Tate Dell. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
Ready. Go.
Handoff here to Jacobs. Down the sideline inside the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
Let's go now. Bring it.
They stick with Jacobs. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Here we go. Here we go.
From the 18 on second down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Motioning the tight end now. On third down, here's Nix. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for our second quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can capitalize in the red zone. Jacobs has the Denver touchdown. The Broncos parlay the interception into points. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Extra point try now from Lutz. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Good, set.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock. But, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the Broncos getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, somebody, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Nix.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air goes Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Throwing Nix. That one complete. It's tanked down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big gain or two in succession as this one goes for 32.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. It looks like they'll move things around here. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23.
No touch it. No touch.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Bronco defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. He's on his way. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. In motion right, that's Dell. To throw is Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now it's Nix. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Give that sack to Nakobe Dean. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the return will stop right around the 25. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nolan Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now an audible here into something else.
79 Broncos. Go.
Here's Nix. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. 3rd down here. You look at this Eagle defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
17-0 our score after 1. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Great, set. Delta.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Set.
Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Nix from the shotgun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working out of the gun is Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They're going. It's Nix. That's to his running back. Complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Nix looking to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tank Dell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And we will not have a return. They'll bring